you know what? I'm gonna just jump right in because I already know that a lot of the folks that normally take this are gonna take this asynchronously. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Let me grab my scarf. So I'm gonna turn my hair up eventually. All right. So we are going to just start with like a 5-minute grounding meditation, listening to someone talk and kind of just like get us centered. And then we'll go to do our foam rolling and some stretching. And then we'll go into, you know, warming up for like technique. We'll do a little bit of conditioning, Horton based conditioning. And then we'll go back to the phrase that I started last week and just hopefully everything runs smoothly and we don't get kicked off again this week. So if you're ready to start, I would just have a seat on your mat or on the floor, find a comfortable position. I'm actually gonna grab my, I'm missing one of my, hold on. I need my block. My block. All right, here we go. We're gonna have a seat and get started. Let me turn this off. It is early.
So let's use these next few minutes to come back to center and set an intention for the rest of your day. Move into a comfortable position, whether you're seated at your desk at work or laying on the couch at home, and gently close your eyes and shift all of your attention onto your breathing, taking slower, deeper breaths than you've taken all day so far. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and slowly letting it out through your mouth. And continuing to breathe that way, feeling your lungs expand out as you inhale and contract back in as you exhale. Tune into your body, noticing how it feels. Noticing if there's anything that it's trying to tell you. Notice any place of tension or tightness in your body. And give those areas permission to relax, sending love into those areas. Thank your body for taking such good care of you, and let it know that it's okay to rest and relax for these next few minutes. You may notice that your mind starts to wander off. That's okay. That's natural. Just notice it and bring your attention back to your body, using your breath as your anchor. Try to picture one thing that's happened today that's made you smile, or made you thankful or appreciative. And just let that feeling fill you up for a moment. Breathe that feeling in from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And allow yourself to smile if that feels natural. Now focus on something that you can do today, whether it's for yourself or for someone else, that will allow you to continue feeling this way. It could be something as small as deciding to go to bed early tonight, so that you have time to finally read that book that's been on your bedside table. Or the joy of getting dinner with a close friend. What's one little thing you can plan for your day to bring that intentional joy to it? Now just focus on that for a few minutes. Sit in that feeling of joy and peace. Now let's take a few more deep breaths together. A deep breath in, feeling your lungs expand out as you inhale, and everything contract back in as you exhale. Again, an even deeper breath than the one before it, holding that breath for a beat, and exhaling everything out. Last time, your deepest breath yet, sending that breath through your entire body. And exhale it out, and in your own time, slowly bring your awareness back to where you are. And thank yourself for taking these few minutes to just be intentional and kind to yourself. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and enjoy the rest of your day.
Very good. We're going to continue sitting on the floor and just start moving into the body a little bit. So let's drop your chin to your chest. Ooh, just feeling the spine lengthening up. So not really crunching down at all, but actually lifting up and just gently opening up the back of the neck. And look to the right. So you're going to have to do like a little quarter swing. And then we're going to come down through the middle and go to the other side. Left, that's a half. And let's go again to the right. And to the left. Let's take two more here. We'll count this side as 1 and 2. And then circle the head, look to the ceiling quarter, and just stay here lifting that chin. And go back over towards the left. Dropping that right shoulder down. Sitting nice and tall, lengthening the spine. And then circling it all the way over to the right. Taking your time back there. Up and over, looking to the left. Again, to the right. And you can go at a pace that feels good to you. None of this you have to follow my speed. I'm moving at the speed of my body. And then we're going to drop the chin. Ooh, and bring the arms up. Keeping the head down, bringing the hands together. Very good. And then just drop the right arm down the back and bring the left hand to the right shoulder, right elbow, sorry, and lift up, opening up the chest, sitting nice and tall, lengthening the spine. Very good. Dropping the chin to the chest, again keeping the spine nice and long, and switch arms. Bring the left arm to the back and right hand to the left elbow, and then lift up and open the chest, finding length in the torso. Creating that space, opening everything up. Both arms up and open up to the side. We're going to slide out towards the right, lengthening the side body and coming up through center. And we'll go over towards the left. Just gently swaying side to side and allowing the blood to circulate through the torso. So we're not trying to stretch anything necessarily. We're just trying to get that range of motion going. Building up the blood in the lower back. Getting a little bit of a flow and some heat towards the back. Very good. And on the next time that you're on the right side, you're going to bring your left arm up and over. Just open up and hang here. Lifting up in that right side, so you're not crunching down, but that we're opening up. And lift the left arm up and slide the left arm out to the opposite side. And same thing, finding that length. Lifting up to create the arc and not compressing down, but finding that opposition in the body. Again, bringing the right arm up. And let's take it again over towards the right side with the left arm up. And opening up. And last time to the left side with the right arm over the head. And continue to circle the right arm in front of you and just lengthen the lumbar spine, keeping the hands on the floor, pushing the hands into the floor so you're finding that opposition in the upper back. And roll it up. Very good. Left arm over towards the right. And hang here for a second. And continue to circle the left arm forward. And opening up that lumbar spine. Pushing the hands into the floor, finding that resistance in the back. And rolling all the way up. Very good. And we're going to bring our feet together if they're not together already. So I have my legs crossed, but I'm going to bring my feet together. And hands are going to be on the outside of the ankles. And your elbows are going to be on the outside of the legs when we get to that moment. So you don't want to bring your arms inside, but we want to bring them on the outside. And we're going to contract back in the lower abdominals. Drop the head down towards the feet, rounding over, lengthening out on the diagonal. Just keeping the lumbar spine where it is, but just lengthening out. My elbows are on the outside of my legs, and then lifting all the way up, nice and tall, engaging those abdominals, and round back. Head down towards your feet. Opening up the spine, and lifting up. We'll do one more slow like that, rounding down. So I'm coming off of my center, so I'm behind my pelvis. I'm going to drop my head down, rounding the spine over. Arms are on the outside of the shins. And lengthen the lumbar spine, opening up the chest, and lifting up. We're going to reverse that sequence and go forward and hold. Rounding by relaxing the head down. Coming back behind the pelvis and sitting tall, opening the chest. Forward on the diagonal. Head down towards the feet. Rounding the back and lengthening the spine. Last one forward. Nice long diagonal. Head down towards your feet. Rounding back and sitting tall. Ooh, very good. Let's bring the legs, the knees in, feet flat on the floor. You can bring your hands behind you. And we're just going to drop the knees side to side. A little bit of windshield wiper action. And you can let the pelvis rock here as well. Just trying to relax. Ooh, my back is cracking, which is nice. Very good. And we're going to find our way towards the side of our mat and go ahead and get your foam roller. I'm going to set it up and we're going to go into our lumbar spine, which is where I always start. So I'm stabilizing the foam roller with my hands. Feet are planted into the floor. I'm going to lift my hips up. And just send the foam roller down to the lowest part of your back, because we're going to get our lumbar and we're going to go into the top of the glutes. And so once you're on your foam roller, you'll bring your knees into your chest and you can open the legs slightly. Very good. I think I need to, there we go. And now I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to put my hands to the outside of my foam roller to just give it a little bit of support. And I'm going to rock side to side gently. I'm not trying to go all the way to the side, but for me, I'm rolling just to the top of the outside of that glute. Again, we always want to get blood circulating into the muscle first before you're doing any kind of stretching or anything. That's super key. And for me, like, I'm so tight all the time that I feel like I need a little bit more activation before I can stretch. So, very good. And the next time that your knees are towards the left, we'll stay on the left side. Ooh, yes. And you can drop your right knee as much as possible. That feels good. If you want to use your block, you can use a block to help center you if that feels useful. And I'm coming back towards the middle. I'm going to take it over towards my right. So I'm going to drop my knees to the right. And same thing, dropping the top knee, which is my left knee, towards the right, keeping my shoulders on the floor as much as possible. And breathing into the lumbar spine. And coming back towards the center. One more time. Towards the knees to the left. Knees over to the left. And then to the right. Very good. I'm going to put my hands behind my shoulders and just walk myself forward a little bit and just rolling back and forth. So from here, I'm engaging my abdominals to maintain my core. My feet are flat on the floor. And I'm just incrementally rolling up the back. Ooh, and for me, it's very tight at the top of my shoulders. So once I get there, I'm going to spend a little time there, but you should spend time on the parts of your back that feel the tightest for you. Very good. I'm going to take one more roll for my upper back. Open up the shoulders and take a nice arch or supported arch. Very good. And lifting the chin, rounding up slightly, putting my feet on the floor. I'm going to shift my hips over towards my right because now I'm going to roll onto the left side and coming back, so getting into that shoulder blade. Oftentimes I get knots stuck up underneath my shoulder blade, so I want to roll out my entire back, including those shoulder blades. And then the next time that I'm there on that left side, I'm going to stay there, put my right hand down on the floor, and I'm just going to roll out the top of that rotator cuff. Yeah, all the things we don't think about that, like, we need, you know, when we want a foam roll, a lot of times people are like, yeah, they get their legs, they get their backs, and that's kind of it. We want to get as much of our body as we can. So as I'm rolling, my palm is up, but then when I'm going down, I'm going to rotate the palm down, and the palm comes up as I come in, and then the palm comes down as I go out. Very good. And I'm going to go to the other side, and actually I'm going to switch the foam roller just so I can stay with my face towards you. Again, finding the upper back where my shoulder blade is. And just rocking right and center, so a little quarter over that shoulder blade there. And then the next time that I'm over on the right side, I'm going to stay on the right and put the left hand down on the outside. And I'm going to roll myself back and out. And as I roll myself towards the inside, my palm is coming up. And then I'm rolling away, my palm is going down. Very good. And I'm going to come up and actually turn myself over. And before I start rolling out my quads, I'm going to just take a couple of cat cows here. So feel free to come to all fours. Hands are underneath your shoulders. And we're going to round the back up. And then open up the torso and take an arch looking to the ceiling or in front of you. And round the back. Relaxing the ankles onto the floor so that the toes are not digging up, but that you're lengthening. And come back. And let's take two more. We'll call this 1. And contract. And then this is 2. And contract. And right from here, I'm going to come back to a neutral spine. And I'm going to drop my chin towards my chest and go to the left, up and around. And I'm going to also circle the hips at the same time. We'll do 4 of these. This is 3. We've got 1 more. 4. And then let's reverse, go the other way. So my circles are going away from each other and meeting in the middle, and then passing and going through. This is 2. This is 3. 1 more. 4, very good. Back to neutral spine and send the pelvis back to sitting. Open up the knees slightly and come to your child's pose. I'm not just hanging out, relaxing the arms, or pushing my hands into the mat, finding that resistance, pushing away. If you want to just rock gently here, you can. That feels good. Come back up. I'm just stretching out my wrist, but you don't have to if you don't need to or want to. Whew. All right, let's take our foam roller and we're going to go to the front of the body. So we'll grab our foam roller. And so we want to make sure that we're not going over our joints. So we're going to stay above the knee and up to your hips, and we'll come all the way up to your lower abdominals probably. We're also going to get your IT band. So your IT band wraps around the leg diagonally. So we'll end up tackling some of that as well. And then I'm gonna get the hips in the front. I'm gonna get the hip flexors as well. All right, so let's start with the quads. So setting yourself up where the foam roller is just above the knees. Very good, and it's almost like being in a plank. So you wanna engage your core as well. You don't want to arch your back. Right, we want to support the spine. And you're just going to gently roll up and down. I feel like all this foam rolling that we've been doing, in addition to the foam rolling that I do on my own, has actually helped my quads to relax a little bit. So I'm happy about that. That is a victory, I think. Whew. You could turn slightly if you need to get towards the outside of the quad, and then back towards the middle, and then towards the outside of the other one, and you'll feel the tightness. If you're tight, you'll feel it'll be a little bit intense, borderline painful maybe. Very good, and I'm going to continue up towards my hips. Very good. Rocking here, engaging those abdominals. And then now I'm gonna move towards the outside. So I'm gonna come onto my side body, and I'm just going to roll up and down. And now for me, this is where I start to get into that IT band. So as I'm here on the side, when the foam roller is going down, but my body's going up, I'm starting to rotate my pelvis so that now my hips are almost to the ceiling, and then I'm going to come back and rotate towards the front of the hip, and then coming down and spiraling on that, and rotating back. And again, I'm keeping my core engaged. My left hand is helping to support me. My right forearm is helping to support me. Very good. And then we'll move to the other side. So I'm just going to stay this direction, but I'll face the back. So you're going to come to the other side of the foam roller, and same thing. I'm starting on the outside first to just sort of get a couple of rolls in there first. And then as I'm coming down, I'm going to rotate towards the back. And then coming back up, I'm going to rotate towards the front. Ooh. Hello, yes. And back. And I'm using my arms to support me in my core as well. Very good. Woo. We're going to rotate ourselves over. So now the foam roller will be on the hamstrings. We'll get our hamstrings a bit. And actually, let's go all the way up. Let's start up in the glute. So just rolling that back slightly. coming back down on those hamstrings. It's almost like being on a swing. Yeah. I'm gonna put my hips on the floor and send the foam roller down. So I started seeing a new massage therapist. I told y'all my massage therapist passed away earlier this year, and I've been seeing him since I think 2016. So I've now found somebody else or a different location. I'm kind of still trying them out, but I think I found 2 people that I like so far, and both of them told me that my calves are too tight. So not just the like meaty part, but also the outside. So the outside of your leg connects into your ankles, and so then when your feet are tight, you know, your ankles are tight or your arches, it's not only just like how much flexibility you have in your point, but we also need to have range of motion. And so when the calves are tight and then the outside of the leg is tight, that just pulls on the ankle. And as we're aging and getting older, we just have to spend a little bit more time like with that, because the thing that's constant is like walking, right? As long as we're on 2 feet and we're walking, you're walking all the time. Or you're on your feet standing up cooking, or whatever it is that you're doing, your feet are a part of this. And so if we're not really taking care of the bottom of our legs, then it's almost like having a house that's built on sand. You know, like the foundation itself is not strong and stable, and so then the body starts to compensate. So oftentimes you see issues with, you know, your back or your alignment, or like your shoulders are off or whatever. It's the bottom as well. I mean, it could be, yes, I'm just like tight up here, but also beyond stress or heavy lifting, like what else is contributing to that? And a lot of times it has to do with our legs, and we don't think about from the knee down. But if that's not stable, then it's just going to trickle up, just like in a house. When your foundation is not straight, if your foundation is tilted, then, you know, your 3rd floor or your 2nd floor of your house, the floor is going to be slanted, or, you know, the walls are going to have cracks in them because the walls are going to start to leak. So same thing with our bodies, you know, it's architecture. So we want to make sure that we're also taking care of the bottom of the legs. And for me, I have to take care of it, I think, a little bit more, because I often neglect it. I spend so much time on my quads, on my back, on my hip flexors, that I don't really think about my legs, and they're like, your legs are really tight, and like that's a problem. So spending time on your calves. Also, what I do sometimes is, so I have a lacrosse ball. These are great for my body. I have a very tight body. But you could use like a pinky ball, or you could use a tennis ball. A tennis ball, I squish those. Those things, like, my body goes, doesn't do anything. But a lacrosse ball is great. And what you can do is, if the foam roller is too wide and it's like you're not really able to get into the crevices of the muscles, you can use a ball. I'm gonna put the ball underneath. It's intense because it's more targeted, but then you can sort of get right into whatever part of that muscle. Woo! And I just feel a whole lot of clicking in there. It's very tight. And so we do that, and then you can also go to the outside and come up and down on the outside of the leg. For me, I like to use the ball on the calf, like not so much on the outside, because I can get the outside with this, but really getting closer to the ankle. Oh my gosh, it's like very painful. If you're feeling like it's painful, yeah, it is. And I'm just rolling and then adjusting the ball a little bit lower each time. Very good. And I'm going to switch to the other side. So you can get these lacrosse balls on whatever ordering thing that you have. I know a lot of people use Amazon. Honestly, I try not to use Amazon at all. I know that sounds crazy, and people are like, you don't order online? Yeah, no, I'm like a brick and mortar kind of person. Like, I go to the store. Or I try to go to the store, so there's that. I feel like Jeff Bezos, like, just when he went to the moon a couple months ago, and literally on his press conference was like, I want to thank, like, people that, use Amazon and my workers and all that because you all pay for this. I was like, bleh. I mean, the reality is, yes, like we do pay for it by using their service, and I understand the convenience of it, but you know, convenience has a price, and sometimes it's not just about the monetary, you know. And so now I'm gonna get into my feet and just roll that out a little bit. Woo. And also, like, convenience, I feel like convenience can be planned for, right? Like, why can't we prioritize that and be like, okay, on Thursday, I gotta go to the store. And, like, go to the store. Like, what? Instead of being like, oh, I'm so tired, I work so much. Like, I'll just order online. Like, I mean, I hear that, but I don't know. I'm still slightly resistant. I order occasionally when I really, really have to, but I really try to go to the stores. All right, last thing that we're gonna do for this is just taking your fingertips towards the outside of the ankle, so getting just sort of into those little crevices. And actually what I'm going to do is cross my legs so that it's a little bit more relaxed, and you're just massaging around that ankle and then into the top of the foot and then around towards the back. So again, getting the blood to circulate in there is really important. Feeling through that foundation and then maybe into the ball of the foot and stretching the toes a little bit. Very good. Shaking it out with the other side. Crossing that leg, finding the outside of the ankle. See, this ankle is a lot more loose and not as inflamed, but I can feel the inflammation in my right ankle. C'est la vie, I guess. I mean, as much as I'm teaching and dancing like 30 hours a week, I don't know what I would expect. You know, you're using your body, so it's gonna take a toll, which is why things like this class, this kitchen classes is like so good for me, because it's like such accountability to show up and actually take the time to care for my body. All right, we're gonna shake that out. And I think that we're pretty good. I want to move on to our warm-up. So I'm going to take us up. Do I want to do that? Oh, we should stretch a little bit. Sorry, my bad. I'm jumping the gun. I was looking at the clock. I'm like, 9:30. What am I missing? Okay, so let's bring the left leg front. Or right, whatever you want to start with is fine. But I'm going to face this side. And I'm going to set up my yoga blocks for support and bringing the left leg forward. And actually I'm going to put my little knee pad there and gently just rocking back and forth. Again, getting that blood to circulate. So this is not about the stretching yet. It's just about the action and the movement and the mobility. Coming front and back. And then on the next time that you're front, you'll just stay front and square the hips. You can turn out that front leg and send the knee forward. For me, I want to come up a little higher. Breathing into the pelvis, engaging in those little abdominals so that you're not forcing the hips to open, but that you're creating an environment where you're allowing the length to let the hip flexor lengthen on its own, as opposed to just sitting into it and forcing it down. That's only actually going to build more tension. So we want to stay lifted. And I'm going to tuck my back toe under and lift my knee up off the floor. And straighten both legs, lifting the hips up. Dropping the head, relaxing forward. Trying to keep the shoulders square, the pelvis square. Finding that parallel and that length. And then bending the knee and sliding that leg back if you need to. Coming back down to your lunge. And bringing the back knee down onto the floor. And send the pelvis back. Flexing the front foot. And just wagging it side to side. You can go as slow or as fast, whatever feels good to you. Keeping the hips square, so try not to sit into the right, but actually really keeping everything in that alignment over that right leg. And coming back up through your center. Very good. I'm going to switch legs. So I'm going to step my left leg back and bring my right leg forward, and again, just gently moving front and back, allowing the blood to circulate into the legs and into the hips. And when I'm going back, trying not to go back on that diagonal towards the left, we're really coming straight back and keeping the hips squared. And then the next time that I'm forward, I'm going to stay forward. If you want to turn that front leg out, that's great. Send the knee over the middle toe. Again, engaging those abdominals so that we're lifting and opening up the hip flexor and not forcing it down and open. Pressing the back toes into the floor and lifting that knee gently. And then bringing the hips all the way up. Keeping the legs parallel, dropping the head down. You can shake the head yes and no if that feels good. And bending the knee back down. And bringing the back knee onto the mat. And sending the pelvis back. Flexing the front foot. And just wagging side to side. Again, trying to find the squareness in the pelvis so you're not twisted, which requires a little bit of work in those inner thighs to help stabilize the squareness of the pelvis, and sending the knee back forward. Very good. And then from here, I'm going to put my yoga block underneath the front of my leg, and I'm going to slide that front leg out. So my block is going to be right on top of right underneath my hamstring. Very good. I'm going to bring this knee pad back. And just relax here. Sit my pelvis fit down. Bring the legs in. Feet flat on the floor. And dropping the knees side to side. We're going to take our split on the left side as well. So go ahead and bring the left leg front. Turn myself around. Put my knee pad on this side for my right knee. Setting up that left leg in front and sliding the leg out and letting that hamstring just rest on top of the yoga block. There we go. Then rock the pelvis off of that yoga block and bring your knees in. Feet flat on the floor. And windshield wiper side to side. Very good. Let's do a pigeon on each side just briefly, and then we will, I think we'll come up off the mat. So I'm going to do my right leg so that you can see where I'm putting the yoga block. I'm going to come forward. And so I'm going to go into my seated position, like a fourth position with the right leg front, prepping my yoga block by putting it on the side of my hips. And I'm going to walk myself forward, set my left knee behind me, get my little pad. And then I'm going to take my yoga block and put the yoga block right underneath my hips here, and I can adjust my right foot wherever it needs to be that feels useful and comfortable, keeping the hips as square as possible. Ooh, there it is. And then just lying forward. Again, feeling that opposition, so I want to feel the left side rotating towards the mat so that I'm not lifting up towards the right, but that I'm actively in this position, not just only collapsing. Yes, relaxing, but there's a difference between relaxing and collapsing. So I want to relax and breathe, but I do want to maintain that active rotation on the left side, feeling the left side constantly squaring itself to the mat. I'm going to walk my hands up and just stay here for a moment. Yeah, I have really tight hips and legs and muscles and all the things. So all of this support is great because then for me, my muscles don't contract in order to hold the shape. My muscles actually can relax and get the benefit of the stretch as opposed to not having anything supporting me underneath and being too low on the floor. I can't really maintain that stretch in a relaxed way. I end up just contracting and getting, my muscles get stressed out. So that's not useful. That just makes me tighter. Very good. And when you're ready, we're gonna lift up and release the, and you can feel, I can feel it as soon as I release that yoga block. My muscles go, ah. All right, let's switch and do the other side. And I will face this way. And actually, if you want to shake out that right leg, let the blood just return back to the back of the knee and the quads and all of that. Very good. We'll go to the left side. So I'm going to start in my fourth position on the left, keeping the hips square. I have my yoga block set up next to my hips. I'm going to send my right leg behind, so walking myself forward, send my right leg behind. For me, I'm finding my little cushion back here. And then I'm going to take my yoga block and slide it underneath my left hip. I'm going to adjust my left foot a little bit more forward. And then just walk myself down to my forearms, engaging in my abdominals, rotating in that right side so that I'm rotating towards the mat in that active position. Finding those abdominals. For me, I'm thinking about opening up my chest and my back so that they're nice and flat, or as flat as they can be, bringing my shoulders to the side of my body and not letting them collapse up into my ears or letting them pinch into my scapula, but really just trying to find that length and opening while rotating the right side down towards the mat. I'm going to walk my hands up, pressing those hips forward. There we go. And again, I'm rotating my right forward, so I don't want to twist, but I want to find that squareness, which is an active action. Yeah, I have to continue to be thinking about that so they don't just collapse into a shape that feels comfortable necessarily. Oh, very good. I'm going to release the left. Down if that feels good to you. And then now I'm going to step my left leg back. So I'm using my hands and I'm going to step my left leg back behind me. And I'm going to go to my all fours and then send the hips up and take a down dog. Pushing into the floor, hollowing out the abdominals. Very good. We can walk our feet in. Whew. Plie, send the pelvis down, rounding the spine, restacking the vertebra. All the way up and shake it out. Yes, we did it. All right. I'm going to put my little stuff away and we're going to transition. Well, you know what? We didn't do any twists without the foam roller, but that's okay. Very good. Tie this hair up. And we're gonna get started. Whew. Also, I am hot. I don't know about you, but I'm hot. have a new warm-up that we've been doing. So I'm gonna just sort of talk us through it a little bit. That way we have a reference, but then you'll follow along with me as we go. Okay, so we'll take our head around to the right 4 counts, and then you can plie and add the torso, opening up the chest, or whatever feels good there for you. Have 4 counts, and then we're gonna roll down with bent knees, 2 counts, and straighten the legs, 2 counts. We stay here on a relaxed 4 counts, and feel free to shift right and left or shake the head or whatever you feels good for those 4 counts. And we're gonna roll up, relaxing those hands in 2 counts, and then we're gonna peel ourselves up 2 counts to high parallel. You're gonna take a dive forward into your flat back, arms going to your side, arms come to high parallel, 2 counts, plie, bring the entire flat back down, and then roll it up, and you're ready to go to the left side. Head around for 4, add the torso for 4, bend the knees as you roll down for 2, straighten the legs for 2, staying there, hanging out for 4 counts. Roll up in 2 counts, bend the knees, arms come up, 2 counts to your high parallel, flat back forward for 2 counts, arms forward for 2 counts, float yourself down, plie and roll up. Let's do 2 of those. I mean, it's still very early, so I feel like I still need to take my time a little bit and get into that torso. Right after that, we're gonna go to our high lateral on the right. You have 1 count, 1 count. You're gonna shift all the way over. 1 count, shift 1 count. Grand plie, 5, straighten the legs, 6, heels up on 7, heels and arms come down by 8. You're ready for the other side. 1, 2, shift it, 3, shift it, 4, grand plie, 5, 6, releve, 7, 8. You're gonna take a half turn. So I'm gonna lift up the right arm and go towards the back wall. 1, add the arm, 2, shift towards my left, 3, 4, grand plie, 5, straighten 6, releve 7, down 8, and now I'm going to go over the left, so you notice that we're traveling a little bit, which is fine. 1, add the arm, 2, 3, 4, grand plie, 5, 6, releve 7, 8. We'll face the left to go to our flat back. We're going to go forward in 2 counts. We're going to add the arms for 2 counts. Plie, bring the arms all the way behind us, but then we're going to change that into a contraction. Come back out to your flat back in 2 counts. Arms come forward in 2 counts. We're going to lift up in 2 counts, and then from here, we're going to open towards our right, so you should be going towards the front. This is 7, bend the elbows, and close Egyptian, 8, elbows up on and. So when I'm taking my spiral, you don't want to twist the pelvis as well. You want to try to keep the pelvis facing in front of you and then lifting up and engaging those abdominals and spiraling the rib cage towards the front. So you're finding that opposition. The pelvis is going this way and the ribs are going this way. Here, 8, sorry, that's 7, and 8, and. Step to the front on that left foot. 1, 2. So now we should be a little bit more into the center. Heels up on 3, 4. Arms are gonna come in and bend. 5, and to that closed Egyptian. Look to the ceiling, open the arms. 6, 7, recover on 8. And then you'll step towards, you can step the right leg back and go to your flat back on this side, because that will bring you more into the center of your space. So you go forward, 1, 2, arms on 3, 4, plie back on 5, 6, contract 7, 8, flat back out on 1, 2, arms forward, 3, 4, lift it up on 5, 6. Again, we're gonna go down stage, 7, so keeping that twist, and 8, and. Step on the right foot, face the front, 1, 2, releve 3, 4. This is 5, and 6, 7, center 8. Yeah? Right from there, I think that'll be good. The music changes. So once we get to the flat backs, there'll be a couple of times where there's longer notes that they're stretching out that 5, 6, 7, and 8, and yeah. So I want you to listen to the music and stick with the music as it's changing, and not just having these straight counts the whole time. Yeah, I'm gonna roll up my mat really quick, and then we'll get started. So you're gonna start in your parallel second position. Head is gonna roll around to the right, 4 counts. Then we add the torso, 4 counts. Rolling down with bent knees, 2 counts. Straighten the legs, 2 counts. Stay there for 4 counts. roll it up in 2 counts, plie, straighten the arms over the head, 2 counts, flat back forward, 2 counts, arms to high parallel, 2 counts, float it down, 2 counts, roll it up, and then we'll continue on. All right, here we go. It's slow. Ready? 5, 6, 7, head to the right, 4 counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, as the torso, you can bend the knees, roll it down, 2 counts, straighten the legs, 3, 4, hang here, 5, 6, 7, and roll it up, 1, 2, plie on, 3, 4, flat back, 5, 6, arms forward, 7, 8, float it down, bend knees, roll it up, 3, 4, head to the left, 2, 3, 4, at the torso, plie, roll down, 2 counts, straighten the leg, stay here, 5, 6, 7, 8, roll it up, 1, 2, bend 3, 4, flat back, 5, 6, arms forward, 7, 8, float it down, 9, 10, roll it up, head to the right, again, 1, at the torso, roll it down, bend knees, straighten, stay here, hold, roll it up, bend, flat back, arms, down, roll up, last time to the left, 1, at the torso, roll it down, straighten, stay here, hold, 3, 2, 1, roll it up, bend, flat back, arms, down, bilateral, 1, 2, 7, 8, and 1, down, right turn, and 1, plie, flat back, 2 counts, plie, change the arms, contract, flat back, arms, here we go, 7, releve, sorry, open up, now releve, elbows, flat back, 1, arms, plie, contract, 7, step 1, releve, closing those ribs, arms, 7 to 8, roll it back, plie, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, arms up, take a breath up, 3, 4, open, 5, soft elbows, wide back, 7, 8, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, open, 5, 6, 7, finish 8. Very good, shake it out. Yes, excellent. Moving right along. So we're gonna do our feet articulations, tendus, weight shifts. So for this one, we're gonna come to natural first. Elbows are gonna, arms are gonna be in demi second. We plie, straighten, releve down, plie, straighten. Push away from the floor 4 times. Bend the elbows, reverse the sequence. Releve and plie and plie and releve. Float the arms down as the heels come down. Push left, right, left, right. 1 set slow, 1 set double time. Then we'll go to our tendus. So the arms are gonna change each time that the legs change, and the legs change every beat. Well, every let me just say it. Good morning, hello. So you're gonna go front, your pattern, side, going back. We're alternating legs, front. Then we go to the side, side. We take it back, we take it front, we take it side. Then the left goes front and side, to the back, to the front. Then we go to the side, to the back, to the front, to the side. And so we're gonna do 1 set like that. That was 1 set where we just did slow. And then the second set will be double time. The arms, for every direction change of the legs, the arms will change, and we're gonna go through our sequence of 8 that we know. So arms are in natural low, then middle parallel. As they come up to high parallel, we're not losing our abdominals, but as we're coming up, we're engaging and finding even more length, so that I have the circles of my ribs and the circles of my pelvis stacked on top of each other. I'm gonna come to my second, we come to demi-second, open Egyptian, closed Egyptian, high diagonal, pathway down to natural low for the left, side, back, front, side, back, front, side, then the double time. 50% correct is better than 100% wrong. So for the double time, if it's making you like, ooh, I'm losing it, just do the legs. Because it's really about being able to articulate the legs, connecting from the belly button all the way down to the tips of the toes. The arms are just like a bonus level of difficulty, I guess. Okay, then we're gonna go to our weight shifts. And this is gonna be a little bit tricky, so let's put our thinking caps on. We're gonna go to the front, 4th position, drop the pelvis down, 2nd position, heels together. This is nice and simple. Passe. To the back, 4th position, 2nd position, 1st position, passe. Switch, front and side and under and up and back and side and under and up. From here, we're gonna start changing directions. We're gonna go front. Now when we open to the side, we're gonna face the side. 2. Right from here, you're gonna take a quarter turn inside, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you go to the back, and now when I'm gonna go to my side, I'm gonna face stage left, side, and then I'm gonna take an outside quarter turn to stay here to the front, to 8. Then I go the other way, front, I'm gonna open up to the left, quarter turn and face the inside till 8. Then I go to the back, I'm gonna face the right to my grand plie second, quarter turn outside to stay. Then we do it again, but this time instead of a quarter turn, you're gonna do a 3/4 turn. So with the right leg, we go to the front. Front, I open up to the side, and now if I'm doing 3/4, I'm gonna make it inside and face the back. Then I'm gonna go to the back, and I'm still gonna face the side on the left, right? Well, it's actually staged right, but because I'm facing the back, it's my left. Here, and then I'm gonna take a 3/4 turn outside to face the front. Switch legs. We go to the front, I open up stage left, inside, 3/4 turn to the back. Then I'm gonna go to the back, open up again stage left, and I'm gonna go outside 3/4 to face the front. If that's a lot, you can just go front, inside, and passe. Front, inside, and passe. You can do it with a releve for the second set. The direction changes are nice. Hold on, please hold. Okay, very good. Moving right along. Let's take this. So we start with our plies and our releves, then we're gonna go to our tendus, and then we'll go to these weight shifts. All the things. I hope we're reviewing as I'm getting this music. Here we go. And demi one. Reverse it up. And plie down. Tilt the arms up, right. And left. And right. And left. Elbows, releve up. And plie down. And hello. It's so funny because my body is like continuously adjusting to all the surfaces. So where I live, my apartment is like this on a slant, but the house sits on a hill that goes this way. So I'm going like this and like this, down in two different directions, and I can like feel that in my balance. Also, there's no give in the floor or anything like that. Then I get to the studio and I'm like, okay, this studio, the floor is not sprung, but there's marley. So like the surface is a little bit better because it's marley for my feet, but also for my joints, I'm like, there's no spring here. And then when I get to like the nicer studios that have marley and sprung floor, then I'm like, okay, I'm in my element and I don't get so, I'm hyper aware when I don't have like the right surface, just so I can like be listening actively to my joints and making sure that I'm not gonna do something that's gonna injure me. Anywho, let's take these leg swings. So we're gonna swing 4 times in, 3 times in, 2 times in, 1 plie, high lateral 6, 7, 8. Promenade around 8 counts. Lateral T 4 counts. Plie for 2 and straighten 2 times. Passe up, develope front, carry side, passe again, side lunge, first position, left leg tendu, second set. Second side. 1, 2, 3, 4, high lateral 6, 7, 8. Promenade around 8 counts, lateral T 4 counts. So from your high lateral to your lateral T, you're gonna have to adjust that bottom foot and get a little bit more rotation as you get closer to gravity so that your pelvis can remain in alignment to each other, to itself. So that as you're going over, your pelvis doesn't go behind you, but that it stays right on top of that ankle, both the right side and the left side. Plie 2 counts and straighten, plie 2 counts and straighten, passe up on 1, 2, develope to the front 3, 4, open up to the side 5, 6, passe up again 7, 8, take it down to your lunge, come to your first position, and then tendu out right leg. Part 2, 4 leg swings, we go to our front T. Contract in for 2, out for 2, in for 2, roll it up, we know this. We come all the way down the escalator into the basement, or elevator into the basement. Stay here in that lunge for 4 counts. Face the front, hold for 4 counts. Tailbones up, head down for 4 counts. Roll it up, 1, 2, 3, tendu the left leg on 4. You're ready for the other side. 4 leg swings, we go to our front T, 6, 7, 8. Contract in for 2, out for 2, in for 2, roll it all the way up. Down the elevator into the basement, stay here for 4 counts, face the front for 4 counts, tailbones up, head down 4 counts, roll it up 1, 2, 3, 4. Third set, 4 leg swings. Do I want to do 4? Let's do 2 for the last one. 2 leg swings, a nice deep plie, 2 counts, spring into your lateral T, stay there 5, 6, 7, 8. You'll go to your side T in 4 counts. We'll drop it down and we'll pick it up, and we'll drop it down and pick it up. And we're going to drop it down and come back up and hold 6, 7, 8. Passe up on 1, 2, side lunge on 3, 4 to your first, left leg, left side. We're done. All right. And actually, I know that I had, I'm trying to use, oh, see, you know what? I was going to use different music, but I'm not going to do that because I have a feeling that if I use the song that I want to use, something might happen. So I'm just going to go right to our regular old traditional leg swings that we know for Horton. 1 set of each. Right leg, 7, and swing 1. High lateral. Promenade. And plie. Four swings. Front teeth. And all the way up. Down. Okay. Right. Let's stand on an 8. 4. Still on the. Roll it up. 5, 6, 7, and swing 1. Front teeth. Back in. Down. Front. Stay here on the floor. And on the. Roll it up. Last set. 2 swings. 2 counts in. Lateral T out. Stay. And side T. Down. Hold. Side lunge. And 2 swings. Out. Hold. Very good. Shake it out. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Very good. Let's let's look at the time. 10:20. All right. So why don't we come down on the floor and do coccyx balance? So we'll do our transverse first. 4 counts up, 4 counts down. 4 times, come all the way up to your coccyx balance. 4 counts up, 4 counts down. I love to do that just to sort of like isolate and activate, find the shape, coming down nice and slow. Then we'll do 2 counts 4 times to get a little bit more locomotion happening. And then we're gonna go to our sequence. So we're gonna come, let's come all the way up to our jackknife in 2 counts. So you're gonna come up through your coccyx balance. 1, arms and legs up by 2. Hold 3, 4. Bend the knees 5, 6. Lie it down 7, 8. Come up again. 1 all the way up on 2. Stay 3, 4. Bend it 5, 6. Down 7, 8. Last part. We're gonna take we'll take it up in 2 counts to your coccyx balance. 1, 2. Shift to the right. 3, 4. Extend out on that diagonal 5, 6. Come all the way back to your center 7, 8. Lie it down 9, 10, 11, 12. Last time we'll come up on 1, 2. Shift to the left. Come out on that diagonal 2 counts. Come back all the way to your center. And then lie it down 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, very good. I'm going to grab my mat. Very good. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. All right. Let's cross our fingers. Lying down on the floor, head and heels off the floor in 2 counts. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1. Down. Again. Down. In. 4 counts. Ooh, relax that. Engaging those abdominals. Lower, rounding out the lower back. Closing those abdominals. And bring your knees into your chest. Very good. And drop your knees to one side, look to the other, take a twist. Other side. Very good. And turn onto your belly. Excellent. All right, let's do one more thing. Standing, and we're gonna do our figure 4 because I think that's lovely. See, that's another song that I'm not sure of. You know what? I'm not gonna take the risk. I learned my lesson already. So we'll step the right leg over. 1, 2, open it up. 3, 4. Again, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Add the arm. 3, 4. Bring it up. 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna plie. 1, 2, and straighten. 3, 4. Plie. 5, 6. Close it up. 7, 8. Find your releve. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift the knee first. So when we're doing a develope to the side, the issue is that like we're on our center and the leg is way out here and the body has a hard time holding that, and then the hip flexor is just like sort of stuck in the middle, right? Imagine like a tug of war. There's a lot of tension sort of in the middle when both sides are sort of going back and forth. So we're gripping on one side and we're gripping in the quad, and then the hip flexor is just like, ah! So to alleviate some of that, what you want to do is from our figure 4 is you want to lift the knee up close to the torso, and then trying to keep the knee there and then extending the leg from there. That way, you know, thinking about like 4 muscles on the top, 3 muscles on the bottom, plus whatever else is going on. You got all 7 of those muscles closer to your center where you can keep the balance, and then we just extend the leg on top of that. Now, of course, the flexibility of the hamstring is, you know, and your calf is really going to help you to have a nice long line, right? When we're all looking for this, like, whatever over here, which is fine if you have that flexibility. And if you don't, then you're just bringing your awareness and your mindfulness towards that develop action and making sure that you're really being focused on keeping that knee towards the center as much as possible and true to where your turnout is. And then if you extend the leg and you can't really get the leg all the way up, or if you extend, you know, start to lift up under the thigh and lengthen the leg. If it drops a little bit, if the knee has to adjust, better to have the knee have to adjust a little bit here and come down than to just extend the leg out and then now the leg is way down here. Yeah. So anyway, keeping the knee close to the center is going to help. 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, extend the leg. 3, 4. Come through your passe, but go past it and down. 5, 6, 7, 8. C curve around. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're ready for the left foot to step over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, add the arm. 3, 4, bring it up to your figure 4, 6, 7, 8. Plie, 2 counts, 2 times. 4 counts to find your releve. Lift the knee first, 2 counts. Extend the leg, 2 counts. go to and through your passe, step it down, C curve around, and come all the way up. Part 2, when you get to that flat back and you take your C curve, we're gonna untwist to retwist and sit on the floor. We release the leg 1, 2, we come up on 3, 4. You're gonna release the leg 5, 6, change to the other side 7, 8. Step the back leg to the front 1, 2. Figure 4, 3, 4. 3, 4. Bring it up on 5, 6. Step it over 7, 8. Take it around 9, 10, 11, 12. You're ready for the left. All right. We've done this before, which is part of the reason why I didn't go down on the floor. We've done this, so it should seem semi-familiar. I'm also going to open the blinds. I see the sun is finally like peeking through, and even my plants are like reaching towards the window. Usually what I do is, you know you're supposed to turn your plants like 1/4 every time you water them? So today I'll turn them. What I do is, I don't know if it's necessarily when I water them, but as I see them reaching, then I'll like twist it so then the other side can get some too. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Also, yes, hello. Hello, sunshine. Ooh, I hope it doesn't make the video darker, but I want to have some sun. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, right leg steps over, 1, 2, and open. Again. And over, 1, 2, and the arm. Bring it up, 5, 6, 7, 8, plie, 2 counts. And straighten. Again, plie. 4 counts up, 1, 2, 3, lift the knee first, 2 counts, extend the leg, and up, 2 and through, take it around, left leg, again, and over, add the arm, and up, plie, 2 counts. Again. 4 count releve. Lift the knee. Extend the leg. Up and over. Around. Right leg steps over from the top. Again. And over. Add the arm. Up. Plie. Again. 4 count releve, closing the ribs. Lift the knee. Extend the leg. 2 and through. We're going to the floor. 5, 6, 7, and up and over, 1, 2. Again. Change sides. Step it up. Turn. Lift 2 counts. And over. Take it around. it's so dark now. Oh, there's a little light. Anyhow, I'm just gonna trust that y'all can still see me. Because I know my curtains are open. See, my light bulb blew, so I usually have a light over here that you can't see that like shines. And it's a triple, like a 1, 2, 3 dimmer. And so I gotta get another light bulb. Anywho, all right, grab a sip of water and stretch anything else you want to stretch. And let's go to this phrase. I'm just gonna take a second and review and make sure that I'm golden. Oh, second time. Second time. Very good. I love this so much. Last time. That's me from last week. All right, here we go. So we're gonna review. Some of you that are watching the replay have already seen this. A couple of you, because you got to take class synchronously last week. But those of you that didn't, that means that we need to go over it from the top, like kind of slow. So yeah. Also, I am starting to feel self-conscious about this light. Ugh, damn it. Now that I'm thinking about it, because y'all haven't seen the phrase, is that helping? I don't really think so. All right, it's fine. So we start on stage left, facing stage right, and we're gonna walk forward 2 steps, starting with the right leg. So we go 1, 2. You're gonna take a ball change and contract forward. 3, 4, come back. 5, 6, cross 7. Grand plie on 8. Elbows bend 1, close 2, look to the ceiling. 3, touch your shoulder. 4, drop your head. Swing the arms and straighten the legs. 5, 6, 7. You can either just come up and down, like take it as an undulation, or a little saute. Step the right leg behind the left, sit on the floor, spiral to the other side. You're stepping up by 3 feet together, 4, and then we're gonna end up going on. Yeah, I'm gonna mark this. My legs are a little bit, woo. I got a long day too, because I'm doing this, and then I have to go teach my class at Tufts, and then I have a 2-hour class at the complex tonight, so I'm trying to preserve my legs a little bit. We walk forward with the right leg 2 steps. 1, 2, down 3, 4, back 5, 6, cross 7, grand plie. Elbows 1, close 2, open 3, touch 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll 1, 2, step up 3, 4. Let me go back and do the arms a little bit slow. So you're here by 8. We bend the elbow, so open Egyptian 1, close Egyptian 2. Then you're gonna bring your palms forward and look to the ceiling 3, but then I'm gonna lift my elbow. So I'm not just touching my shoulder and dropping my head. From here, I've gotta come all the way up and drop. This is 4. And then everything can rebound around and down, jump and down. Yeah? Again, so this is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right leg goes underneath. We roll 2, 3, 4. Moving on, you're gonna step back 4 steps. What I realized in this space is like, it's tiny. So walking back, it feels like a little bit out of your body. So why don't we sink and sway into that? So you're here 3, 4. We're gonna come back 5, 6, 7, 8. And so as I'm stepping, I'm rolling. I'm stepping on the left, rolling the left shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you're coming back, and you'll hear the rhythm. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-da, ba-da, ba-ba, ba. Yeah, so take that as like a little bit of a bounce and a sway. You have 4 steps back. This is 5, 6, 7, 8. Right from here, I'm going to step up on my left. High lateral. 1, quarter turn shift. 2, quarter turn shift. 3, quarter turn shift. 4. I hold here on 5, 6. You're going to take your fan. You can take it à terre or you can take it en l'air, up to you. 5, 6. And then you're going to step on that left foot and I'm going to come around and plie into my stag turn, into my stag. So usually in your stag turn, you're turning with the standing leg bent. So if you have space to do that, feel free. I'm a little self-conscious about my space because although it looks large, it's not. So I'm going to step on my foot and I'm just going to turn myself here with the leg like in a 90 degrees towards the floor. I'm going to come around, but then I'm going to plie into my stag when I get to the end. 3, 4. You have 3 counts to come to your lateral T. So I'm going to come here. 5, 6, 7. Passe up on 8. Cross it down 1. Ball change. 3, 4. Is that right? Please hold. I'll come back to that. Let's go back from the top and review because I think that might be a little bit different from what I do in class. All right. From the top, I'm marking, preserving my legs. 6, 7, and we walk 1, 2, down 3, 4, back 5, 6, cross 7, open 8. 1, that's a grand plie. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, jump 8. Roll 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up, over 3, 4, hold 5, 6, fan 7, 8. Turn around. 2 plie, 3, 4, lateral T, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, holds. Let me go bring it back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. Figure 4, I thought so. Okay, so you're here, you're in your lateral T. 5, 6, 7. Passe up 8. 1, 2, 3. Figure 4, 4. From here, you can be in your plie. Straighten up 5. Lift the leg. 6, 7. Take it over on 8. Bring it up 1. Yeah, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 to come back. Yeah. So I'm giving myself a nice épaulement and I'm spiraling. The pelvis is going to be forward, but I'm going to spiral here as I come up. Actually, I step out. There it is. Okay. Good morning. She's here. 8. 1, 2, 3, plie 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over 1, 2, back 3, 4. There it is. We're going to finish this. Step up onto that left foot. 5. Come down through your side fall. 6, 7. You're lying yourself out by 8. Yeah. And you can walk yourself out or slide out depending on your surface. I'm going to try to just do my best. All right, let's go one more time without music from the top, and then we'll do it marking it with music, and then we'll like do it for real. And then I'll add some more on. So all of this was from last week. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and we walk a 1, 2, down 3, 4, back 5, 6, cross 7, open 8. 1, 2, 3, that's in a grand plie, all of this. 7, jump down 1, 2, 3, 4, back it up. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, these are all quarter turns. Hold 5, 6, fan 7, 8. Turn 2, plie 4, out 6, 7, up 8. 1, 2, 3, plie 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over 2, 3, 4. I think those are going to be your counts you're going to need. 5, 6 to the floor. 8, yeah. Music. Musicano.
Who stack or live in golden footsteps? When our feet are as dark as those strands, on the hip as they look so twisted. And I think that she knows that I like that. Or maybe not, cause she's all about her, and she'll be damned if she can. With her thoughts of her, I tell her I know she's
Again, same thing from the top. Ready? 5, 6, and we'll walk away in 1.
If I made up to you hard, or you made a shit I got tonight, and if that's all, then I got to sit back, so I can watch and learn how to understand just how I made you cause the love, the way that you feel on my head when I touch your love, the way, by the way, it got me so awkward. Something silly, I think I know this every time when it's all something so silly, and I don't wanna lose it. No.
Okay, whew. Yeah, sliding out is a little tricky. I'm like my hands like sweaty. I'm like sticking to the floor. Yeah, very good. So we're on the floor. 6, 7, 8. Now, you're gonna need to, depending on your space, I'm just offering some things that I'm thinking about. The next thing that you're gonna do is gonna roll towards the back. So you need some space. So when you go to do your side fall, try to side fall a little bit more forward if you can, and if you need that space, because you're gonna be here, and then you're gonna take a half roll towards the back, but then you're gonna take a half roll back to the front. Is that right? Yeah, that is right. And then you're gonna walk yourself around 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're gonna be ready with that right leg to come up. 1, change, 2, in, 3, side T out, 4, 5, change, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so this is gonna be up, down, in, out, suspend, and then change legs to come out. When we're on the floor in 8. We roll 1, 2. You could even do like 3 counts. You can use that too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, those counts are not right. Please hold. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no, it has to be 2 counts. My bad. This is over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk it around. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right leg is available on 1, 2, 3, 4, in, 5, 6, change, 7, 8. From there, we're gonna come in. 1, 2. So we're coming all the way up the body. Sway the pelvis. 3, 4. Yeah. So that's gonna be a little bit smoother. 1, almost like a body roll. 1, 2, sway, 3, sway, 4, and the arms are whatever you want. From here, so my left knee is facing downstage right, but I'm gonna open up and go to it, and my right hip is up. 7 and 8 and 7 and 8 and yeah. 3, 4. Hold on. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No and on the 8 after the 8. So 7 and 8. From here, I'm gonna take a pas de bourrée behind myself. So my right leg is behind. I'm gonna turn behind 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna take 3 steps the other way with the left leg. 4, 5, 6. I missed this. I did it the first time that I said it, and then I couldn't remember what I did. So if you were here last week, insert a little saute here. I'm just trying to be careful of the fan. Up, down, and then we finish it. Step up to the side, up to the side. You're gonna spiral and bring the arms down as that right arm comes out and the left hand comes to the hip. And then you're gonna fan yourself back. And then that's it. That takes us up to last week. Yeah, so let's go back. I'm not going on the floor. You're here out on 8. Half roll to the back. 1, 2, to the front. 3, 4. Take it around. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right leg available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Change 7, 8. Bring it up. 1, 2. Sway 3, 4. Sway 5, 6, 7, and 8. Turn around. Turn around. Jump down and step, step, sweep, and 3, 4, or whatever this is. So those pas de raised. You can either take them as a turn or not. So I finish, I come up 1, 2, I sway 3, 4, I sway 5, 6, I come 7, 8. From here, you can either just do right, left, left, if that feels good. Or if you want to turn, you can turn behind 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or if you don't want to turn the first one, 1, 2, 3, and then turn the second one, you can. It's up to you. It's your class, your space. Do what's good for you. Yeah, let's mark it from the top, and then mark it with music from the top. I'm not going to go to the floor, and then we'll take it and see how it goes. Ready? 5, 6, 7. We're rocking. 1, 2, 7, 8. 1, 2. Down. 1. Back it up. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay. 7, 8. Turn. 1, 2, 8, 3, 4. Up. 5, 6, 7. Up. 8. Down. 1, 2, 3. Figure 4. Straighten up. 6, 7, 8. Over. 1, 2. Take it down. 4. Up and over. 6 to the floor on 8. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk it around. Right leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Change 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 7, 8. Yeah. All right, let's take it. Woo, it is starting to get humid in here. It was hot before and now it's getting humid. I'm not complaining. I love the heat. I love it hot. I know that it's fall. I know that people are hype about the fall. I hear what you're saying. I'm just gonna enjoy the hot weather while we still have it, because it's lingering, and then all of a sudden one day you're gonna wake up and it's just like not gonna be hot again. So anywho, let's go from the top of this. Wait for the top of the phrase. Get ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. We walk out. 1, 2. 1. But that was not too bad. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. I'm thinking I should probably add on. Ooh.
So I can watch and learn how to understand just how I made you do what's the love that you feel on my head and I touch you.
Ready? 6, 7, and
every time when you go, something's so surreal, and I don't wanna listen, no. Want you to see,
because I can. Because that's my videos, man. Just kidding. I know it's a lot. So those of you that are seeing this for the first time, it's kind of a lot. But I feel like I just need to finish this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're here on 6. You're going to take this arm around. So I have to go. I'm going to face this way so you can see me. I have to go through my lateral to create space for the arm. If I'm just trying to do the arm, you're going to get stuck in your shoulder and it's going to feel awkward. So you're here. I'm going to open up opposition, go in 2 different directions. Yeah. So I'm going to come around and I'm taking that C curve. I'm going to curve the hand, cross the left leg over, come all the way up. I'm going to put my hand behind my head and step out on the left spiral to the right. I'm going to open up and I'm going to come to the other side into a contraction. And then I'm going to bore up with the right open. And then from here, I'm going to come in and 7, up, down, 8. Yeah, which we've done. We've done all of these movements. Ain't nothing I'm doing new. Everything has already been done. I'm just reconfiguring to keep our heads moving. So you're here by 6. I'm going to come around. 7, I'm stepping that left leg over the right. 8, 1, I'm down on 2, I'm going to open up. 3, contract on 4, bore forward. 5, 6, I'm going to step back. 7, and 8, and. Yeah, and you guys can be on your, no, bring them into your butt. Boom, boom. So not even just in, but the in is the contraction and the in is the deeper contraction. Yeah, so I'm not just going in and then dropping down. I'm going contract, get lower, roll through the shoulders up and down. All right, so let's go back to when we were lying on the floor. We were there by 8. We rolled to the back, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have some time because it's not super fast. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. We're in 3, side T4. Bring it in 5, 6. Change 7, 8. Scoop it up 1, 2. Sway 3, 4. Sway 5, 6. Down 7, 8. Pas de bourrée. 1, 2. Another one. 3, 4. Jump it up 5. Down 6. Step out 7, 8. Scoop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We take it around 7, 8. This is 1, 2. Open 3, change the hands 4, bore up 5, 6, step it back, contract, drop down 8, and. Why don't we do that slow? 8, 1, 2, 3. That way we're not like whipping at the end. 8, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let's mark that from the top and then we'll do our 3 times through. 5, 6, knee legs, 8, up and over, drop it down, lift up to the floor, 7, out, 8, roll 1, 2, 3, 4, around, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, in, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, sway the hips, 7, 8, pas de bourrée, up, down, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we need to slow that curving part around. 7, 8, 1, 2. I think we're gonna get here on 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah? All right. From the beginning, 3 times. I can do it, right? I mean, I know that you're doing it too with me, but also, like, legit, I'm in my house by myself. Okay? Here we go.
So I can watch and learn how to understand just how I made you do what's the love, the way that you feel on my head. Every time when it's all something's so surreal, and I don't wanna lose it. No, no.
Count at one point, but it was with the music. I might have lost the count, but I was with the music. Here we go. Second time. 6, 7, and. Another kind of liberties with the counts. So I'm 2 different places. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come around. I think I only did 3, 4, and I started early. So you hear 6, step it around. 7, 8, 1, 2. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So anytime I'm taking my contraction, I'm using the contraction as a transition and not as a pose. So when I get here and I come around into this contraction, I'm using that as my transition. So I'm sequentially coming up through the body to lift all the way up, as opposed to being here and trying to just come up. Yeah? So take your time. I know it feels like, oh, it's super fast, or like maybe your brain is working fast to like remember what's coming next. And I hear that. I kind of hold space for that a little bit. And I'm going to challenge you to do your best when you can to stay in the moment of the movement, so that the transitions are happening and that you're not just going from one place to the next place. It's tricky, but I mean, that's why we're practicing. Practice makes permanent, and we want to permanently be able to transition through our movements and not only go from one movement to the next. Yeah? All right, last time. Oh, we made it. Good job. Here we go. Ready? 5, 6, 7, here we go. My legs are tired. They were like, what? You want me to balance and change to the other side? Yeah. Yeah. Really good to be present. Good to be in our bodies. Good to be able to have this go. That's nice. I'm happy for that. Yeah. That's all I got. So I'm going to keep this up. I think I'm going to try to post it today. It just depends on the rendering and whatever. Post today and keep it up through the weekend. That way those I know that are not here in Boston or can't take class synchronously can take it asynchronously. I apologize about last week. I really was trying to, every day it was like on my list to do, and then the day goes on and what I'm realizing is like, your girl is getting older, and so I was like, oh yeah, I can do it when I get home tonight. I got home and was like, oh my God, I can't even stand up. I was like, it'd be one thing to like teach a class that I didn't have to do every single piece to, but I was like, oh no, this is not gonna be beneficial to anybody if they take this, because like I am spent. My body was like, good night. So again, I apologize. And also it's not really my fault, but I did make an effort every day last weekend to like figure out how I could get this in. So yeah, there won't be kitchen class obviously tomorrow. Tomorrow morning I have a meeting that I have to go to early in the morning, so I wanted to do kitchen classes today. I hope that you have a great weekend, and yeah, enjoy going into fall, I guess. So they're telling us. I'm gonna hold on to the summer for as long as I can. I'll talk to y'all later. Take care. Bye.